Once upon a time, in a small garage, I dreamed of changing the world. No one believed in me, but I believed in simplicity. That dream became Apple. I grew up in a small town in the suburbs. My father was an electrical engineer, and my mother was a speech pathologist. I had the typical mid-century childhood, enjoyed playing outside, riding my bike around the neighborhood with my friends. When I turned 18, I went to college to study political science because I wanted to change the world. But I quickly realized that there were people much smarter than me who had dedicated their entire lives to making the world a better place. And here I was, just a naive kid who thought that he could make a difference. I felt lost and didn't know what to do. Then one day I met this guy named Steve Wozniak. He was a year older than me and already working as an engineer at Atari. I remember the first time I saw him. He was wearing one of those Atari t-shirts, and I just thought, wow, this guy actually works at Atari. At the time, Atari was like the coolest company ever, and I wanted to be just like him. So I started hanging out at Steve's house, and that's where I learned about computers. He had this thing called a kit computer, which basically meant that you built it yourself. It came in a box with all these parts, and you put them all together. And then once you finished building it, you could turn it on and it would just say hello. And I thought, wow, this is amazing. Like someone actually programmed this thing to say hello. And I started thinking maybe I could build something myself. At the same time, I was also really into music. I played the piano and the guitar, and I had all these musical influences, and I started thinking, wouldn't it be cool to build something that combines music and technology? That's when I came up with the idea for the Apple I. It took me about 6 months to build the prototype, and I remember the first time I turned it on, and it worked. I just knew that this was the beginning of something big. I showed it to Steve, and he was like, wow, this is really cool. Let's start a company. And that's how Apple was born. We started out by selling the Apple I kits to hobbyists and computer enthusiasts. We didn't have any money, so we did everything ourselves. We built the computers ourselves, we installed the software ourselves. It was a lot of work, but we were passionate about what we were doing and we believed in our product. Then one day, everything changed. A famous person bought one of our computers and suddenly everyone wanted an Apple. Looking back, I can honestly say that I wouldn't change a thing. The struggles, the long hours, the uncertainty, it was all worth it because it made me who I am today. Thank you for watching this video.